first. Actually muted. Hi Daniel, hi Jack, hi JJ. How is your month? Is everyone okay with your month last month? Everything's good happening. Looks like last month a lot of people fall down. A lot of people actually have bone breaking. So dizzy with new roles is something very good. Okay. So anybody got anything to ask about a month forecast? I don't think so, right? So I actually is a bit rush of time. So let me just straight to the point. Is it okay like that? Okay. So until now, I still haven't have a fixated way to really forecast the month forecasting. Okay, I don't really have actual way for that. So let's talk a little bit more about anything we can actually talk about. Okay. Anything have any preference? Preference. Tip for Fu Yin year this month. What is it you mean Fu Yin year this month? You mean you got Fu Yin pillar in your chart, is it? Okay, don't care about that. Waste time. Waste time, yeah? Normally, it is a good thing for you that whatever you want to happen now basically is happening because it's a Fu Yin pillar. Okay? Normally that it is how it will actually will be when you get a Fu Yin pillar. Okay, you might say opportunities. I'm not really sure about that. You might say it's opportunity things. But for me, I would say it's more like because Fu Yin indicates that whatever that you know now basically double up. Okay, it double up. So let's just say which is the Fu Yin you means in the year pillars. That's mean whatever that you understand for the world, whatever you understand from this particular anything that's happening around you, external of you, something that news come into your life, most of the time, maybe you are actually recognizing it, or you don't recognize it, but you know that it is. Okay, you know that it is the thing is going to happen around you. You may be not willing to accept it before. So Fu Yin will force you to accept it. Okay? Or there is something that you desire the most from the year pillar, it will happen and given you the opportunity for it to happen so that you will be able to grasp it. Okay? Of course, traditionally, Fu Yin is actually not a good thing because it's going to be emotionals. It is something that you don't want to accept it to happen. Now it's keep on happening. That is the emotional part of it. Okay? So that's why Fu Yin in some way, that's the meaning of Fu Yin. Yeah? Okay. Now, so normal practices. We as a normal practitioners, have somebody that actually look into metaphysics. We most of the time we only care about what? Wealth, health, and also related to relationship. Correct? Yeah, wealth, health, and relationship. So looking into the pattern now, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I haven't really looked into this chart at all. So I'm just going to do a rapid reading rather than I prepare a script. That's my normal style. So whatever I see, that I just read it. Okay, that's how I actually do reading too. Okay, now, so this month supposed to be a very good month, but according to the transitions timing, so you will get a Jabwood day, and you will actually met with a DE month pillar. What is that supposed to mean? First thing foremost, most of the time, this month will be a very DE month. Okay, a lot of things that is happening around you somehow not affecting you at all. That is the first thing that you need to look at. Okay, because according to a normal way to read a person chart, when you have a DE month, you got no boundaries. You got, I use DE as no boundaries. I'm not using DE as a bad thing, because normally we read it as the most bad relations, okay, bad interactions or bad components to happen inside the chart when you have DE. But then throughout the time, realizing that is a lot of people that are successful, somehow they got DE in their month pillar. Then realize that people who have DE in the chart, in your, maybe in your Bazi chart or maybe in your Qimen chart, most of the time this type of person will have no boundaries to whatever they're trying to do in life. So depends on which pillar it is landed on. Okay, no boundaries. No boundaries sometimes can be dangerous. Sometimes can be a little bit bad, maybe. Okay, because no boundaries means somebody is not be able to control by any circumstances of life. So when it was not able, not being controlled by anything, there's no boundaries, there's no cage, then that particular person able to do whatever the person wanted to. So the only issues with that is when a person have no boundaries, there's no directions in life. So we are a little bit going back to DE meanings. Yeah, but you have this, I can tell you that this means that nothing in this world is an issues for you. Yeah, so when you're going through a month like this, obviously a month for what? No boundaries. Whatever happened around you doesn't seem to affect you. Okay, and that will be, is it a good thing or bad thing? It's actually a good thing. Yeah, because whatever that's happening right now in the market and stuff like that, you require a time to, how to say, get some relaxing time, relax yourself from certain problem that is going to happen. Yeah, means detach yourself from the stuff that's going to happen. So you got that ability to do so, because the entire month is being affected by these transitions of timing. Okay, so the first thing for that, so no boundary is actually a good thing for those that you're already being caged yourself in whatever they are trying to do. Cage means you put a lot of perceptions, you put a lot of things in front of you. There's no way to get out from your life. Yeah, and having a DE month or having a DE luck pillars for you guys, yeah, is a great thing. Okay, it's a good realization that is now you're able to do whatever that you wanted to do. Okay, yeah, so there's one thing that's about this particular month, because the whole month, according to normal way of Bazi reading, everything, the strongest component of a chart come from the month pillar first. Okay, come from the month pillar first. So when you've got a month like that, there's a no boundaries month. Okay, now then we look into interactions inside this chart. Yeah, is it a Jagwood is a good Jag right now in this particular chart? Somehow it doesn't look in that way. Yeah, because you have Jag, of course you have some water around you that can support you. Okay, there's a water support you, but looking at it, it's still look like a weekday master. Okay, born in the wrong season, weekday master, that indicates that if you look into a worldwide global reading, that's mean this is everybody, the residents, the peoples. Okay, so when you're weekday master means that you are unable to control whatever the circumstances is going to happen right now in the environment, in the external world. Okay, so you cannot control wealth, you cannot control changes. Okay, and you're also unable to do your output. Cannot do output means because they become unfavorable element. Yeah, so you're also unable to exert out any creations, any ideas that you want to do that because you're a weekday master. Okay, so this will influence everyone. So normal way reading means that no wealth opportunities, no career opportunities. Okay, and then of course no creations opportunities. Yeah, when a weekday master. So that is how normal will read for a year or annual forecast to say that is this year, is it a good year for everyone or not? Like that. Okay, so when you don't have that, that's mean the favorable element will become resource element and also the companion element. Yeah. So if you look at the chart, that's mean it's a month for what? To studies, to get into insight, to get into the big picture of life, looking into what is the biggest trend. Okay, reevaluate, do some reflections. That is the thing is going to happen. Okay, because it's a weekday master. So the favorable thing is to studies, to nurture yourself, to maybe to upgrade yourself in some way. Yeah. Okay. So according to the chart, this look into the useful god. Of course, the only gui water in the chart is the useful god. Okay. And when the useful god come in, it will support Jia to become strong. Right? So when you look into the month transitions and that means that Jia as a leader, okay, as somebody that is actually a leader inside this picture right now, this painting right now, the leader required to learn, required to have support. So it's a great month that the favorable things to do is to receive help. Okay, to receive help, to studies, to upgrade yourself so that you can have directions of leadership to go into. So this is a very big picture way of looking into that. Yeah. So in terms of wealth, what do you need to do? Go and of course ask for help. Yeah, because in terms of wealth, this is going to be a little bit of a month that is actually requires some kind of support, some kind of nobleman support, nobleman help. Yeah, so if you want to do something with your wealth, of course, the only way is to ask for support. So of course, you're the one who's doing business. You're the one who's doing things for your own, your career and stuff like that. You want to change job. What you need to do, not go and hunt for job. Okay, not job hunting, but ask for somebody to recommend to you, reference it to you. If you want opportunities, if you want something to happen, of course, it's also come from the nobleman or maybe some helpful people. Okay, so there's an overall way to look at it. Yeah, and then of course in relationship, of course, it's nobleman stuff. In health related, that means you have to really take care your food consumptions, the way that you're actually supplying all the supplements that you are taking is somehow very important this month. Okay, don't try to control it, try to nurture self. That is what this chart actually means. Yeah. Now, after that, of course, we will look into the interactions of the chart. What is going to happen in this particular month? Okay. So you see there is a harm interaction that is happening. There's a combination that's happening. So this one is a combo, right? It's already mentioned, right? Okay. This one is actually a harm. Okay. This one is actually a combinations. Yeah. So in energy wise, we talk about the job would is either that it's actually a good job or not good job, represent the people's able to control wealth or not able to control wealth, right? So you look into the interactions, then you will realize that, okay, this is actually related to metal. This is also related to metal. Okay, this is related to fire. So when you look into interactions, you will further cue the day master. Yeah. So if I review in these conditions, I will not do anything related to this at all. Okay, because if the day master is weak and you further go and do something related to the three unfavorable elements, it will further cause more issues, more suffering to you. So it is not good to perform all this. What is it supposed to mean with this? These combinations with the horse and dog represent more people coming together, different ranking, different gender of peoples, different type of people coming together to perform certain directions and also focus to make sure certain goal is complete. Yeah. So when you look at it, that indicates that it's a sign for you to not join in group. It's a sign for that. Okay. Last month I say it's very good to join in group. correct? This month, somehow this day master are unable to control all these things happening. You can join. If you're joining to get support, it's good. Okay, but this is fire-related element. So this fire will actually kill the nobleman. Means that you join into a group, it will not have the nobleman appearing. Okay, the nobleman will not actually appear. Yeah. Now, there's one indications that you should not do that. The dog and also the rooster is actually a harm interactions. Okay. Harms means, okay, I actually listen to somebody opening the mic. Is it? Yeah. Harm actually indicates that most of the time is look like a clash. Harm is related to something that you own, now get clashed away. Something that you actually own. Yeah. So if you have a little bit of chance of losing your job, you feel like there's something like this is going to happen this month, before the month comes in, actually it's already having sign. Yeah. It might have that kind of issue is going to come out. Might have. I cannot confirm you with that. Because when you look into DO, the entire thing is clashing the DO. So this harm indicates that fire is basically melting the metal element. Okay, so metal is something that you own. You actually have possessions of this. Now it get melted away. So harm interactions means you own something that is belongs to you, already belong to you, now get taken away. Okay, it's either the person betray you, there's some sort of betraying, there's some sort of somebody actually try to steal something from you. These kind of things will happen. Okay, because of this harm. So when you look into DO, of course, obviously it's going to be a job. You're looking into a hurting officer is doing that particular part. It's obvious somebody younger than you, having lower ranking than you, is going to take that particular part. Okay, it's like that. So if I were you in these situations, what you supposed to do? You become the hurting officer. Yeah, most of the time, the harm relationship is always talking about senior level getting harmed, because the senior always possess the job, the tools, the money, whatever it is, they actually have it, they own it. Okay, so in this particular timing, you would then realize that, okay, this is going to happen. Please do not be the senior. Try to come down, become the hurting officer. Okay, so if you are staying low, not fighting everything, then you are the one who snatching the DO. Remember that, yeah? So I'm not going to repeat that. Okay, so when you're in these situations, please do not be the senior. So there's a one sign of it that is going to look into that. In terms of wealth, in terms of career, both of these will happen in that way. Okay, so this month is a month for you not to pretend that you are somebody higher up or a senior in certain situations or class, industry. Try not to become the big figure. Okay, the more that you're trying to obtain that, become like that, pretend yourself like that, the more that you will fall into that particular issues. Some more, this DO is under DE. Okay, I'm just trying to see you that no matter how you do it, it will not be seen by you. If you are looking into promotions, that somebody promised you promotions this particular month, try not to expect it to happen in this particular month. The more that you don't expect it, the more it will happen. Okay, the more that you don't expect it. Yeah, now, then of course you will get into another element of combinations with the dragon and rooster. These two will also create DO. Okay, these two. This one is a complete partnership stuff. Yeah, it's a complete partnership relations. This partnership is going to kill the job. Okay, but something good about this, because when you create metal element, metal will produce a water. something good with it. So if you go through this particular stage, try not to be selfish in these situations. Look for long-term growth. Yeah, in terms of Bazi, there's this kind of technique that is to support the element that actually supporting you. When that element becomes stronger, you will become better, but it will be a long-term thing rather than it will be a short-term. Okay, it will be more into a long-term thing. Now, everybody in period 9 already know, right? This 2 months is a very crucial month. You guys should know that this 2 months means that the monkey month, which is this August month, and also the September month, which is the rooster month, this 2 months is very crucial. Okay, because this 2 months might be setting you off. Okay, it's a starting point to move forward to a better period 9. Means that if you can get something in this particular 2 months, expand it, learn it, become strong with it, you might see 7 years of growth. You might see 7 years of growth, yeah, if you truly get something in this 2 particular months. So whatever you want to do, this 2 months become a bit more crucial. Okay, especially last month, you're supposed to meet somebody. This month, you're supposed to look into long-term growth. Yeah, because when you see a job coming in, it's an indication from long-term growth. Yeah. Okay, and then the next month set the pace. The next month, because after the rooster, you will see the dog. The dog will become the clash. The dog is the one that clash your boundaries. The dog will actually set you in a new directions if you make a change that time. Yeah. So when you look into the interactions, this is what is going to happen. Yeah. So rooster and also the dragon is a partnership. Okay. So I would suggest you, if you got anything, as long as you're not thinking that you're going to get a lot of monies, have no expectations, joining to another person, there's something appear in front of you. Okay, like joint venture or partnership, you're going to join together with another person to do certain business, certain new directions of research, okay, or wealth opportunities. Go for it first. Don't expect it will earn money, but you will gain a nobleman that's going to support you in long term. Okay, that is what you're going to, that is what's going to happen. So whatever it is, don't expect money come first this month. Okay, so this is the interactions for this. Okay, now who is the most benefiting animal sign in these situations? Okay, if you look at it, of course, I would say if you can support the jug, it will be very beneficial. So tiger in this chart is actually good. Tiger in this particular chart is actually good. So if you have a tiger in your Bazi pillar, okay, you get a 3 combo of the horse and horse and also the dog. You also get a seasonal combo somehow. Okay, with the dragon. Yeah. And if you can create more water, it will be even better. The solution for this chart is actually a monkey inside this particular box. So if you have tiger and monkey in your chart this year, this particular month, monkey will be the, I would say, second most beneficial, the indirect wealth, because indirectly you actually gain something, gain a lot of things indirectly. Yeah, when because it's going to create the water combinations, it will also create the full metals combinations that is going to support the DR, but not the best version because you're going to chop the wood. Okay, this is not the best version. You're going to chop the wood. So monkey will be very good if you have that. Let's see what pillar it is. So your month pillar will be your career. You might want to focus more on your career to see anything that you can actually have friends with your boss, with your superior. Okay, try to become the junior in this particular month. Okay, yeah. If you are a tiger, of course, this is going to be joining with a lot of people's, gaining new ideas, pushing new ideas to come up. Okay, but you're just joining in, not to expect anything in it. Yeah, so tiger and also monkey will be extremely good. These two will be good for you. Okay, just depends where it is. Yeah, so year pillar will be going for friends. Your day pillar is going about your personal branding. Of course, a lot of master were saying that the year pillar is related to your spouse, but for me, I would say it's more for your personal branding. If you have that, build yourself. There's certain images that you need to build, that you are somebody that good to make friends with, that you are someone that actually have the value that people look for. Okay, you can actually do that. Yeah, and then of course you have the outward pillar. Then it will indicate your related to your ideas creations, your visions, your focus. Okay, whatever that you're going to look forward in the future, it will be good in that part. Okay, now so looking into this chart, obviously the useful god is DR. It's obvious the useful god is DR. So the third one will be the red in the chart. Okay, in your Bazi pillar, the red. The red will be good in this particular chart. Okay, because you are the useful god. When we use Bazi to mitigate the chart, we want to use the useful god. Okay, yeah. So the useful god is when you use a stem that represent an animal branch. So gui water is seated on red. So gui water will be good in here. Why is it not pig? Yeah, because pig is not inside the picture. Okay, yeah. The other thing is about this chart. What is it that is needed in this chart? The true things that is needed in this chart is actually a Bing fire in this chart. Without Bing fire, the jagwood will have no purpose. Okay, the jagwood will never grow because jag actually need the Bing fire a lot to grow bigger, to grow high, to protect everybody on the ground. Okay, so when you look into the hour of the transitions timing, is actually the 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. timing. Yeah, so this is actually born in morning. If you look into normal chart of reading, it's actually born in morning, so it require a Bing fire. Yeah, so Bing fire is related to what animal sign? Snake animal sign. So when you look into the chart, the snake will also be beneficial this month. Will be beneficial. But when you want to use a snake, most likely is more long-term things that you need to think of. That's means if you want to create ideas, you want to do your future plannings, everything related to the snake, if you have snake pillar, is really focusing on what is the long-term growth. What is it that is going to be snowballing? Okay, then you use well. So if you've got snake in your chart, then it's time to use it. Okay, so these 4 animal sign, we were the most beneficial one. Okay, who is not going to be like really bad in this chart? Who is it going to be really bad in this chart? Yeah, when you look into, of course, anyone in this 4 pillar, you will have a lot of interaction this month. Okay, a lot of issues will happen, like what I just told you about just now. Okay, means that you have horse, you have dog, you have rooster, and you have the dragon. Most of the time you will get influenced a lot because the interactions is keep on happening and it will influence you first. If it's bad, it will be bad. If it's good, it will actually be good. Okay, the worst one in here, I will still say the dog will be the worst. Okay, because the harm is here, the clash is here. Okay, even the combinations with the horse is basically going to take away the dog. Okay, of course, 3 of them is very hard to take away. In the end, it will produce it back, but somehow you lose something. Okay, the worst one. So when it's like that, if you're a dog in your chart, Okay, and prepare to, because this particular year, you actually needed to prepare to lose something, detach something in this whole particular years, okay, 2024, you actually need to detach something. So you have to let go something. So if you have a lot of boundaries, a lot of perceptions about how things need to be done, this month you will get challenged by it. After the challenge happen, next month, which is the dog month going to come in, is a month for you to prepare to clash it away. So understand what is beneficial to you this month and what it is not beneficial to you. Okay, especially your wealth, especially your career. Okay, because it's a transition. It's still, we already go into period 9, but this is like a crucial timing to set the path for the period 9. Okay, the next 7 years. Yeah, so if you have something that you feel is not good for you, it's time to let go. Okay, so depends on where your dog is again. Totally depends, yeah. So if you're heavy on your luck pillar, obviously something is showing to you. Something is happening around you. It's mentioning to you that something is going to happen. Okay, especially you have dragon together in your chart, the clash will come. Yeah, and the clash with the dog and dragon is something very special clash. Any any graveyard animal sign, their clash is very special. Because most of the time their clash are related to something building up. You have something that you don't want to let go. Maybe there's a certain skill that you think you are good with, but now it's already outdated. You're not willing to change it. So you keep on holding into it, adding more stuff into it. In the end, it becomes overboard, and somehow it will clash upon you. That's mean you're holding into something that it become inconvenient, and it become a true clash. Okay, normally it's accumulated too many of rubbish or baggages or attachment towards something. Yeah, so when you got that, that's when this month actually set up for that. Okay, so last month, I never realized that the rabbit and also the monkey can create what we call fracture of bone. I never thought about that before, but after looking into the interactions and realized that, yeah, they actually have an accident. Somehow the monkey also clashed with the tiger, right? Because it's a changing of the year. So when you look at that, you should learn something from that kind of way of chart reading. Yeah. So looking into this chart, what is the worst thing that's going to happen this month? When the job will be taken away, when the job is not going to survive a lot in this chart, so there's also an indications of branch is being taken away. Okay, so this is not that obvious because it's a heavenly stamp, but it is still necessary to let you guys know. Please do not go and do that. Okay, anything that's going to cause you to have bone breaking or fractures, please do not go and do that. Somehow it will come. Okay, more into heavenly stamp, spine issues, ligament issues seems like it's going to be obvious this month. Yeah, head issues will also become obvious this month. Yeah, so if you have high blood pressure, you have headache, something is happening with your head, in your brain center, okay, in your head area, please go and do some checkup. Yeah, the reason is because Ja somehow related to your head. So that is for health related issues. Okay, somehow there's a head, the health related issues that you need to somehow be very careful with. Yeah, because the Ja is going to having a big issue in this chart. Okay, so is it going to cause any tumors? the clash between the dog and also the dragon somehow related to that part of problem too. So stomach issues, okay, stomach issues and any growth, okay, it might be happening this particular month. Yeah, so you guys, if you have anything, please go and double check. Do not wait for anything else. Okay, yeah, so that is for health. Everybody okay with that? Just one shot, yeah. Is everybody okay with that? Type of one, if you guys are still here. Because you're being like totally silenced. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Well, I want to cover up the health perspective because last month I was like, yeah, totally missed that out. I'm here talking about how to actually make money and stuff like that. Okay. This month, the way to make money is to become a junior. The one that's going to be fighting all over and doing everything to become the most biggest one in the market. Okay. We're going to have a little bit of suffering because they're going to go into a lot of wars, you know, a lot of boundaries is going to be clashing upon them because of this particular dragon and dog. Yeah, so if I were you, stay a little bit low, look into the opportunity that actually left over by others if you want to make good money. Okay, yeah, so this is what you're going to look at. Okay, now after that, of course, then we'll talk about decisions making. When we are using a Qimen chart, I'm going to just talk a little bit about the decision making is going to happen to your chart. It's best that you know my styles before. I'm not going to repeat that. You can use your stem that's belong to your Bazi pillar chart. You can also use your destiny palace that belong to you. If you are more, let's just say, you're more a little bit advanced, you can use all the Qimen palace to try to look at it, what is going to happen. Yeah, in a Qimen chart. So I use Qimen a lot with decisions making. Even that your organ itself will make its own subconscious decisions towards whatever direction they are actually having right now. Okay, you can go into that level. Okay, now let's look into what is the worst one in this particular Qimen chart. Anybody know? Which one is the worst one? Do we have any door compare or not? Suppose no, right? Because the door is actually on Fu Yin. Okay, do we have any graveyard? Do we have any graveyard? Is it Gui Water? This is actually not very good. Yeah. So not much on graveyard. Of course, you got DE. DE actually have a horse. So overall, this month, even though opportunity doesn't look nice, then it's obvious that you actually have a more clarities in making decisions. Because Qimen chart actually indicates more into your decisions making skill. What is it that you will first think of? Qimen actually influence you in that way more, for me, my perspective. That's why I would say if it's not much of issues with the month chart, everybody we're going to make a very clear-minded decisions. Okay, everyone will make a very clear-minded decisions. So it's a good thing to look into a Qimen chart like that, but there's still some bad chart is actually appearing. It will be obvious, right? This one not looks very good. Okay, this one, other than that, this is somehow also not very good. Yeah. So now let's focus on these two first. Let's not talk the not good first. Okay. So zinc metal, rainwater. This is a combination that is you get something that is people are gossiping around you. Okay. when you got Xing metal. So if your destiny palace is here, subconscious reactions or decisions, it make you feel like there is something wrong perceptions about when you make decisions. Somehow there's somebody, you feel somebody is talking bad about you, or the ideas or the conclusions of others, it seems like it's more towards the bad side of you. You feel that way. Okay, so when you make decisions, the first thing that you think of, you actually go into that. Yeah, because Xing metal itself, okay, this box, Xing metal itself, is already somehow written. Okay, obviously, whatever I say, gossipings, stories, you know, all this influencing stuff from the external world is coming from rainwater itself. Okay, combined with Xing, of course, there's something that is you're not willing to let go. Okay, there's certain directions, certain goals that you have that you want it to happen. You are so strong with it, so stubborn with it, and somehow you feel that everybody is going against you. Okay, you will fall into that category. So if your destiny palace is, you have to be very careful with that. Yeah, but if you're selling something, you are a Xing metal, you're actually doing something for others, you're creating ideas, right? Of course, then you might want to sell this strong crusade stuff, focus that is the other person want to stay stubborn on, give something for people's to fulfill their destiny. You basically can do that. Yeah? Okay, because the reverse way to use this, the opposite directions to use it, is to give this to others. So if you're selling something, you're selling stories, you're selling certain point, you want to do some storytelling and influence the other party to do so, this is how you do it. Okay, give something the person that is, you know, sometimes they just feel so unsatisfied with certain parts, unfairness happening, okay, in their life. They want to achieve certain goal, nobody support them. You are there to give them the directions. Tell them that you can do it. Okay, maybe somehow it's turned out to be a lies. Okay, it can be like that. White lies is okay. So there's nothing to worry with that. So when you go into that part, you actually can use it to sell. But if you get it influence you to make decisions in the wrong way, you will feel that way. Whatever that you do, somehow people not agree with you. Okay, people are exploiting your weaknesses. Okay, and there's many parties is actually happening around you. Okay, because of this. Yeah, so that will be the East Palace. Now, you got any questions you can ask? Okay, if my explanation is not that clear, you can ask me what is it that I actually mean and what is the directions that you're actually doing right now. Okay, the other one is G Earth with Wu Earth. This one normally is to use to leverage people. Okay, when you leverage on others, that indicates that you might get complacent with it. You feel entitled for certain things to happen. Yeah, you feel that other people's fortunes is actually belongs to you. So if your destiny palace is West, then you will get into this decisions making and it will turn out to be wrong. You become more complacent, become more lazy because of this, because you will feel entitled for everything that anybody else is doing around you. Okay, you think that it actually belongs to you and you use it in whatever way that you want to use it. Okay, why is it is not good? Yeah, when you're doing it in that way, that is indicates that you are weak. GF always indicate as a weakness. Okay, as a weakness, as somebody that's very weak in Qimen wars. Yeah, and when meet with Wu Earth, G meet with Wu, the story is because Wu Earth have, you know, want to get back the recognitions to become the trustable treasurer. Yeah, the trustable treasurer, so that everybody can trust this Wu Earth again. Yeah. So the only way that he actually need to perform is to find one person and support that person to make that person as testimonial. So GF in Wu Earth, that is a relationship that is happening. Okay. So when you get that, that means that if you're on the West Palace and the Destiny Palace, you will fall into that category, and unconsciously it will make you make decisions in a more entitled way. Of course, it's not good. Yeah, more lazy, more complacent, more dependence on others, rather than you're trying to do things on your own. Okay, so if you fall to that, it's not good. Now, the reverse way of it is, you are lucky this month. If you look into the good side, yeah, you are lucky this month. If someone like this really appear in your life, what you should really do, you should leverage this person to the max. Okay, if this person really appear, yeah, and try to maximize whatever the possibilities is going to happen, whatever benefit there is, maximize it. Yeah, then you actually get to use the entire palace that brings new future, that is also indicated as the heavenly heart. So there will be a step-by-step rules for you to go into, or step-by-step approach to become better, to growth in whatever you are trying to do. It is also good to train your decisions-making skill in that way, your mindset. Okay, so there is good and there's also there is bad. Yeah, so if your West Palace is like that, then it is like that. If you are a GF yourself, of course, there will be a little bit of different readings when you look into a pillar, a Bazi pillar. Bazi pillar indicates the opportunities that you actually get. Yeah, the event that might happen to you. So if you get a GF in here with Wu Earth, this means that you might actually get a chance to meet with a good nobleman that is going to bring you forward. You might get a chance for that. You might get a chance to really upgrade your skill, to become, let's just say, get more expertise in whatever that you're trying to do. Okay, so GF actually get that. Yeah, Sing Metal this month, if it's for your Bazi reading, it might be a little bit different. Means that opportunity to make more friends is there. Means that you might get into gossip is there. You will meet a lot of people, but withstand the gossiping things that is going to happen. Whenever you see a rainwater, somebody is talking something about you, telling stories about you. If your story is good, of course it will be good stories. If your story is bad, it will become bad. So if you have Sing Metal in your chart, beware where it is. Okay, yeah. Now, then go into Ting Fire. So this thing will be actually the Northwest. If you have Destiny Palace in your Northwest, because of the emptiness with the horse is actually there, this is something will then become an on-off opportunity things that's happening. If you have Ting Fire in your Bazi pillar, remember to go to find opportunities. If anything that's come across you that provide opportunity to you in front of you, do not have a second thoughts. Take it first. Remember what I say, yeah? If you have Ting Fire in your chart, if your Northwest is your Destiny Palace, whenever that you think you're making a decisions, whenever an opportunity comes to you in front of you, take it first. Because this board got Ting with G, with 9 Earth, with open door, it actually represents an opportunities coming. But if you miss it, it will go into DE. Okay, yeah. So that is for Northwest. This one is very easy. So Ting with G represent you have certain skills or talents or certain useful things that you actually have are not being put in good use. Okay, so Ting and Ji represent that. So it tells you that now is the time to take these things out or take these things out to present to everybody that this is your utmost skills that you have that is going to be good to help everybody. Yeah, Ting and Ji actually represent that. Okay, now if you go into North, if your Destiny Palace is North, you got Yitwood with Ting Fire. So this represent mother love. The interactions represent mother love. You also get the Dragon Dawn in here. Okay, the only not good things about this is the Black Tortoise is actually present. Yeah, you get a Dragon Dawn. Dragon Dawn will then indicates a leveling up. Ting and Yitwood with Ting Fire represent a slow nurturing, slow way of innovations. Okay, you cannot rush things to happen. So when you see a black tortoise, most likely try to do something in a more subtle way. Don't try to go big. Even though you look into slows, try to do things in slow pace. At least that is actually training you to level up yourself. Yeah. So when you go into decisions making, of course, this will influence you that somehow you don't want to do the slow part. Because black tortoise in present, you might want to go things fast. Yeah, because black tortoise is looking for shortcuts. Yeah. So if it's like that, just to make sure that you try to take things slower, don't try to go overboard. Yeah. Why? Because Yitwood with Ting will actually burn the Yitwood. So in long term, you need to have a slow burns. You cannot have what I call a fast pace to do whatever you want to do. Okay, so in the north, this is what you have. If you are Yitwood, beware that you are doing things too fast. Try to slow down a little bit. Yeah, your opportunity comes to you. Maybe you will not recognize it because black tortoise indicates something low grade. Okay, something is low qualities. You might not be realizing that, but I can tell you that try to use the low grade things first because it actually brings you to another level. Sometimes things require practice. Yeah, and ambassador stars actually here indicate a discipline, systemized leveling up. So there's a few things that is talking about leveling up here. Try to take things slower. Okay, so if you are rainwater in here with Yitwood, of course, this particular palace, the most difficult things for you to happen is something is going to change in terms of value for you. Okay, you got rainwater, you will see a lot of changes is going to happen because Destructor with White Tiger indicate fast pace of changing. Yeah, and then you are exhausting yourself to support something that is not that high value for you. You're thinking about that. But the thing is changing around you. Your value is changing. Yeah, the way that you look into life door indicates value, represent creations. Okay, it will actually changing in that particular part. So if you've got a northeast is your destiny palace, these are things that you might want to take notes of. Try not to, if it change, is okay, but not to exhaust yourself. Okay, find something that is really valuable, change to that directions. Okay, it is also indicates that in this particular month, your perceptions towards the things happening to you will have a rough change. It will actually indicate that the way that you see value, now you want to make it faster. Yeah, so in Qimen, that represent your decisions making skill. In Bazi, it represents that your opportunities comes abruptly to you, then it's not that easy to handle the situations. Okay, Destructor with the White Tiger. Yeah, it also indicates that you need to be aggressive this month. You need to be aggressive, even though the value, the Yitwood actually in present is not that, you're not be able to support it to max. Okay, but it's still there for you to do something with it. Okay, so we've got rainwater. This is what you'll actually get. Then we will go into a Bing fire. Yeah. So in here, obviously there is something, a lesson is going to happen. A lesson is going to happen because Bing fire with Xing is a combination of relationship, something that you actually own, but the betrayals actually happen, and you actually burn yourself with certain things. Okay, and it becomes a lesson to you for you to not to trust people that much. But you will go into certain relationship, how to say, partnership or connections with people, and somehow it turns out not that well to you. Okay, or maybe there's an argument happening. Okay, because being with C, in Qimen have that interactions of betrayals. Okay, there's a lesson to learn. Yeah. So where this will happen, maybe have argument of knowledge, maybe have argument of your own ego that is going to happen. Yeah. So if you have your destiny palace in the southeast, this is what going to happen with your decisions making. Somehow you just overboard with something. Okay, you feel your over intelligence with something, right? And then that particular part come back and slap you a little bit. You learn something from it. Okay, if you're on Bing fire in your Bazi pillar, there might be a little bit of different of reading in here. Yeah, then maybe there is a boost of knowledge coming to you. Okay, and you want to stay stubborn with it in whatever that you gain in this particular month. Yeah, especially on your self-confidence, especially on your knowledge, especially on your decisions making skill. Yeah, all this will actually happens to you as a chance, as an opportunity for you to build your stubbornness. Yeah, because you need to determine to do something. Yeah, so Xing metal represent that. Every time you see a Xing metal, if you're in forecasting, Xing metal in Qimen is the one that is the most relentless, focus, even though the thing is a wrong path. This Xing metal will keep on focusing that as the life goals. Okay, the worst thing about it is this person, this Xing metal, will never let go that particular stubbornness, will never let go that goal. Okay, so when you get a Bing fire in your chart, doesn't matter where it is, you have to look into this path. Can it build your determinations or not, your goal or not, your stubbornness towards something, your obsessions towards something or not? If it can, congratulations, it's going to be a good things for you. Okay, yeah. Then we will look into Gui water and also the Geng in this particular chart. Yeah. So if you're Gui, then you will mate with a Geng. So every time you see a Gui water, it indicates the end of the stories. Most of the time is cultivations. Yeah, end of the stories. Everything already done. Reflections is going to be done right now. So when you see, when you have this in your destiny palace in the south, most likely meeting with Gui, it's time to reflect. Okay, reflect on Bing fire, reflect on your happiness, reflect on grain, indicates that is something that you have issues with before, your baggages. Yeah, and with the snake is also indicate your baggage. There's a lot of rubbish with you. You entangle yourself with it. Yeah, most of the time is maybe there is a change of passions because you need to reflect on the things that happen. So when you do decisions making this particular month, directly is telling you that you might need to reevaluate what is truly happiness and what is going to accumulate more that become problem in the future when you do decisions making. So this will actually influence you. If you're not doing that, you will keep on taking new things that is going to entangle you even further. Okay? Taking new things to entangle you even further. So it will not be a good way to look at that. Yeah, because you get grain and snake, it will actually go into that path. Yeah. Now, of course, then the keng in here, topic about gui. If this is about opportunities, about your parter pillar, gui water in your chart will then indicate that it's time to find what is the real happiness actually is. Yeah, what is the actual passions is. Then the grain and also the surging snake will then turn around to become a future that you hold into. Okay, maybe for the next 2 years, maybe for the next 2 months, but something that you need to hold on. There's something new that you need to take on. Okay, yeah, to accumulate new stuff for a parter reading. Okay, now when you look into Keng, it also indicates it will relate to the one that with the South, yeah, with your Destiny Palace in there. So Keng in here, we're talking about problem, correct? In Qimen reading, we're talking about problem, we're talking about injustice, execution. Somebody is very looking into justice of something, cannot withstand any wrong thing happening with the world. Then the Keng actually represent that. Yeah, but Gui water will be the surface. Most likely this cover up 70% of whatever that is happening. Yeah, and then the Keng will cover up like 30%. Yeah, so that it will actually influence you lesser, but it's hidden behind. But when we read Qimen, both of them are the decisions making parties. The main of them is these two. Okay, so when you're reflecting of something, you're doing reflections of something, because there is something that you keep on fighting over, that you feel is the right thing to do. There's a combination of that. Okay, but in parter reading for Keng, it will turns out to be different. Keng in this particular month represents 7 killing. Okay, Keng in here, if you look into grain and also the surging snake, of course, the Keng are being suppressed in this palace is the first case. Yeah, so anything happen as opportunity to you, somehow there is a suppressions from the environment. Okay, there are suppressions in the environment. If you're having a Keng in your chart, whatever it is in the pillar, yeah, maybe it's the year pillar, your friends, maybe it's your month pillar, your job, there is a suppressions happening. Okay, a lot of things accumulated that suppress you. That means you might have fighting for the wrong thing for a long term, that you don't really see the actual things of it. So when you see pink and the scenery and also the gui, it's actually asking you to reflect, doing a good reflections, to recultivate yourself, to re-see the entire situations. Sometimes when you look into Keng, we are the wrong person. We are the one that did something that is not following the actual rules of this world. So we fight for justice, but this justice is only on our own opinion. If you look into Keng. Okay, that's how you look at it, yeah? Okay. Then we actually have a graveyard in the southwest. Okay. If you're on the Wu Earth, that's when you see Jia in here. Okay. So Jia also represent in parter pillar is the weekday master, right? So Jia in here, we have leadership problem in southwest because the graveyard happening in this particular box. You will see Gui water in here too. There's another graveyard, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, is it another graveyard? I forget. Yeah, but Jia meet with Keng, there's a fighting happening. Jia meet with Wu Earth, there's a big leadership things is happening. Leadership means that Jia unconsciously want to use the resource, want to use the money to do something that is not useful. So you got a Southwest as Destiny Palace, this is what's going to happen. If you got Southwest Destiny Palace, Please try not to make any decisions related to money-related issues. Try not to do that. Because the Wu Earth in here is actually indicates that money is having issues. Okay? Money is actually having issues. So it will fight against the Wu Earth. Yeah? It will clash the Wu Earth. So all these things will happen as a problem for money. So if you are Jia, that means there's some money issues happening this month. So try not to make decisions according to that. Partnership, making friends, try not to evolve in money-related circumstances. Okay? Don't promise anybody, don't overpay something, don't make loan. That's the normal way. Yeah? Okay? If you are Wu Earth in here, you will get suppressed by others too. Okay? You will actually get suppressed by others. So if your Subway is Destiny Palace, money issues will be the first thing that's going to happen this month. Okay? Second thing, how that you will lose money, because Jia in graveyard, that means leadership have issues. Leadership means that your management with yourself is actually having problem. Okay? So there is a Jia issues. When you look into in your chart, Jia happening in your chart, so that will indicate that your opportunity that something is going to happen with that particular pillar. Yeah. So if you are in that pillar, you have to be aware of it. Yeah. Making new friends, doing something with a job, or doing something with your personal branding, or doing something with your ideas creations. Depends on where it is. Does it involve money issues or not? If it is, you have to be more careful. Yeah. Now, look into Wu Earth. Wu Earth in here have a little bit of combinations. Because Wu with Gui water, Wu Earth with Gui water is a combined become fire. Okay. So that you might meet new peoples. You might let go some people, but there's a lot of argument will be happening after this. Yeah. Depends where is your Wu Earth. Is this your day master? Somehow that will be something is going to influence you too, right? Try to avoid argument, try to avoid debate. Okay? Yeah, if you're Wu Earth, because the opportunity for you to fall into argument, the chances is higher. But if you have a month for you to do a breaking of your boundaries, you're going to do some speakings, you're going to talk with somebody, you're going to present something, it also indicates that. So the good side of it is you got a chance to express yourself to certain parties. Okay, but don't expect too much because the leader is actually on graveyard. Yeah, now that is for the Qimen chart. Okay, let's talk about a little bit about just now that I talk about the sickness. Okay, is it going to be something related to your head? Looks like it. Too many stress, too many accumulations of issues. You're fighting over something. The sickness is here. Is it going to be money losses? Just now I was talking about that. Is it your boss is going to have certain emotional this particular month? A little bit more attacking you? Obviously, it will going to happen. If you are the boss itself, most likely you will also fall into this category. Yeah. Is it a job? The money is good. Life door indicates the market of the wealth. Looks like something is changing, but the substance is not that big. Okay, I just changed the entire thing to read it in different way. Okay, is it open door is a good thing this particular month? If you want to get new job, yes, open door is a good thing. But remember, the chances comes to you is only one time. If you wait for it, it will actually go away. Okay, yeah. So overall, that's the forecast for the month. I don't think anything else I have to talk, right? Okay. Then we talk about what is going to happen with the quality of the flying stars. Yeah. So this month, your 5 yellow is on the east. If your door is on the east, your main door is on the east, please be more careful. Whatever the bad thing is showing in the chart this month, somehow will reflect to you first. I'm just going to tell you directly that part. Huh? Somehow it will reflect on you first, even that your door is on the west in your chart. Okay, so this month is a rooster month. Of course, the 5 yellow will be activated, but luckily you got a star line in present. Yeah, so don't worry about too many things. Changes that happen, disaster that happen, thing that is wrong that happen, actually hidden with opportunities. If you're looking into flying stars, okay, it's hidden with opportunities. Of course, this also represent head issues. Please be careful with that. Yeah, 9-5 indicate strokes, represent heart problems, represent heart attack. Okay, 9-5 actually related to that. It also represent your eyes having issues. Okay, now then you got the northeast flying stars. Okay, northeast flying star 1, southeast flying star 6. Correct. So overall, if you look into all these 3 sectors, this particular month, opportunity for noblemen is there. Opportunity for jobs is there. And there might be a disaster happening because the flying star 9 and also the west is actually enhanced this month. Okay, so that will actually tells you something might happen and opportunity will arise with the flying stars. Yeah, with the flying star, it actually indicates that. So if you look forward to that, then that is something that you might want to look at this month. Okay, because star 6 represent career, represent authorities, represent positions. Star 1 represent wisdom, represent noblemen, represent new business starting off. Star 9 represent opportunities, the current wealth, the current happiness is going to happen. So when the disaster happens, there is still a hidden opportunity behind the scene. Okay? Yeah? So there is an overall forecast of this month. Yeah? Now, everybody good? I use a very straightforward way. Everyone okay? Are you guys here? Yeah? Power. Okay. So that's it for tonight. I'm not going to take any questions. Okay. Tomorrow I'm going to talk to you in the Bazi class. Yeah? So I'm going to say good night to everyone. Because I'm going to go for. Yeah? So thank you for everybody joining in. And I hope you guys have some fun. Anything you want to ask, actually you can ask in Telegram. Also, I can answer you in Telegram. Okay? So good night. See you guys.